Well, hey everybody, I'm Jack, also known as the OCD, Old Crazy Dude, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you all are doing well. It's been a really nice weekend here in the dirty South. Yeah, I've just had a lovely weekend. Made a little trip yesterday, puttered around today, and the biggest thing is we've had a break in this weather. We didn't get as much rain as we like, but at least we're not up in the high 90s for the rest of the summer. So that's something to be thankful about. Today I want to talk about a raw food diet and cooked food in the dirty South. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you go down and hit that subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. And you can always go find my gear, a lot of vegan messages and stuff, in my store in the description below, rawtropicallivinggear.com. Yeah, I got some things here, and I thought this would be a good time to do this because, like I say, this channel is more, I'm not for the purist. In fact, if you're a purist who preaches the gospel of 100% raw all the time, and you know all the different you've got all the little triggers for every little thing there, you might want to bounce because this might not be the video for you. I'm looking to help people at every stage where they are. If you're a fully raw vegan, like I think a lot of fully raw people that are really doing it, if they're really doing it, they just bobble into places just to kind of muddy up the waters a little bit and show how much they know. But anyhow, we're getting good stuff here in the South, man. I've showed you guys a few. I didn't get this yesterday. I went down last week. Got a watermelon connection. I've got a watermelon connection a little ways down the road. In another town. I've got a watermelon connection at my curb market over here, and I heard the watermelons are really good. They're expensive. They're $10 right now, but this is a monster melon. Like the yield that I get out of juice on that is pretty good. I think I showed you guys this in the video yesterday, but I'm getting some really good local from right around this area, cantaloupe right now. And I got some last week that were about half this size, maybe like this. Were very good, very good. Next week is actually the blueberry festival here in this little town. I'm not all that much into it this year, but they have some out already. So I bought a couple of pints of local blueberries yesterday to get ahead of things. I'll probably go down there for a few minutes next week and maybe pick up some blueberries, bring them back by, and probably go to Pensacola or something. But yeah, man, that's the summer, that's how it was when I grew up. And I wanted to show you because, a lot of people, whether you're in the South seems challenged for being able to do plant-based, and it shouldn't be. Listen, I grew up here. I was gone here for a lot of years, but I grew up here, and I remember a lot of things from when I was a kid. Of course, people actually were growing their food in the country back then. There was little stands where you could buy food all around this town. But people seem to be so challenged on it here in the South, but when I was a kid, we ate vegetarian a good bit in the summer. And what I mean by that was we didn't decide, hey, we're going to go vegetarian, but the vegetables and what we're getting is so good in the summer that a lot of meals was nothing but vegetables. So I wanted to show you some of the good stuff that we're getting right now and some of the stuff that I like to eat. When I eat cooked food, I've talked about this before, it's about digestion. I try to make the best choices. And especially in the summer, and I'm being successful so far, although we're only, a couple of weeks into the summer. But this weather, just my appetite tends to go down. And last year, my weight just, throughout the summer, just eventually it plummeted. So I said, I'm going to keep my weight on this year. So I'm kind of strategically eating enough good, clean, cooked food to, be able to not lose what I gained over the winter. I know I'm going to lose a little bit, but I want to go into this next winter, and maybe add some more. So right now, a lot of times when I eat cooked here, I eat sweet potatoes. We got sweet potatoes all over the place. Local sweet potatoes from Mississippi, white sweet potatoes. These happen to be the orange sweet potatoes right here. Another thing we're getting really, really good right now is squash. I'm going to cook some. I don't think I'm going to cook this today. I'm going to probably cook this tomorrow. But the yellow squash, I love zucchini, and I've mostly had zucchini. I use zucchini in recipes and stuff when it's raw, and I like to spiralize it. But I love this good southern squash in the summer. And corn. Corn is super, super cheap right now. There will be another trigger there for the corn people. No, it's not organic. I don't know if it's GMO. I'm eating corn. You know, I'm not tracing down everything. So if that's your vibe, don't eat corn. You don't need to babble on and on about it, though, every time you're somewhere and you see somebody eat something. You don't need to be like that annoying kid in class and go, ooh, ooh, but you're not supposed to eat that. Don't eat it if you don't want to eat it. You ain't got to make any noise about it. And now this isn't really a southern thing, but I think it's a good mix with those sweet potatoes. I've been, I'll steam me a plantain when I make my sweet potatoes sometimes, because it's just a nice combination with the sweet potatoes. And when I combine it with the sweet potatoes and the plantain, maybe cook some corn with that, maybe have some collard greens with that, I don't put any fat on there. I don't season the stuff. I do put a little. Let me show you. I've always talked about this. Good thing we're in the kitchen today. We're in this kitchen today. Now, I'm always telling you guys about pepper sauce. Now, what I do is I buy this little bottle of Trappy's pepper sauce. Now, I'm not, like I say, even with the vinegar, I'm not like, oh, God, it's going to hurt me to have regular vinegar. I don't normally use vinegar, but this is just peppers and vinegar. Little hot peppers, and you pour vinegar in there. So what I do is I'll buy this, and I'll use it, and when it runs out, I just keep refilling it with my Bragg's apple cider vinegar, and it works. And you know what? These peppers, you'll get a pretty good use out of them. I will probably fill this bottle 30, 40 times before what'll end up happening is, because you pour it in there and as you're shaking it out, the peppers will kind of, brush against the side of the bottle. They'll get bumped, and they start getting mushy. When they get too mushy, I change them out. So, like when I eat cooked food, like I say, I just mow down some calories. A lot of times it's just very, and somebody will ask, there's no rhyme or reason. How many times do you eat it a week? I don't know. A lot of times it'll happen, let's say, it's mainly about the calories, but I do enjoy this. And I'm not saying even if I didn't have to watch the calories to keep my weight up that I wouldn't eat this. But I tend to do it on the days where, okay, I got busy or whatever. I didn't have time to do a lot of stuff, prepare a lot of food during the day. Maybe I had that one smoothie and I'm like, okay, I need another big meal in there, or a big meal at the end of the day after, a smoothie and then some fruit or whatever. And boom, I will, eat a big meal like that, just mainly to keep up on the calories, but it's always clean. It's always clean. And now also too, and like I say, I'm not talking to the purist here, but for you people out there that may be striving to get to the purist level, and there's nothing wrong with that. I always like to mention that when I'm kind of poking at the purist. I'm not talking about the people that do it, that eat 100% raw. I'm talking about those annoying little people that are like, blah, 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 blah. Several of my friends eat nothing but nothing but raw. Melissa being one. We talk all the time, and I have nothing but respect for her. But think about it. All you people out there that maybe aren't that experienced, I want you to think about the people you watch out there. And I don't know your experience or who you watch, but and there's some people now that are eating fully raw, and that's the ones you need to watch. If you're going to watch the ones that are going, and you're trying to be fully raw, watch the ones that are giving good advice and giving you good, clean food to eat. I mean, come on. Yeah, you can be fully raw, but how much credibility do you give to these channels that you go look at their, ooh, that's beautiful, and oh my God, they're fully raw. How long have they been fully raw? And that salad, or that recipe, that sauce, that dressing you just made had half a cup of cashews in it for one person, or more than that, or it had cashews, or it had cashews and avocado. I'm sorry, I see a lot of these 100% fully raw for years and years and years. Yeah, they're maintaining fully raw, but they're eating a lot of fat and they're eating a lot of processed stuff to do it. Once again, I'm not telling you how to go. I'm just giving you lots of choices and giving you things to think about. I like to make people think. I don't ever want people to follow me. Like my greatest compliment would be if somebody says, hey, you got me to thinking about this. I don't want you to take my approach. I don't want you to take my word for it. I don't want you to follow me. I don't want you to follow the way I do this lifestyle. All I want to do is open your eyes to the possibilities out there and hopefully get you interested enough to know different, there's different strokes for different folks, and know that it's not so narrow, it's not one way or the other, and you can go out and look and play a little bit and find what works for you. Because this works for me. Like I say, I'm never going to change because of an argument or what somebody else says. It's all about this laboratory right here. It's all about the science experiment. It's how the science experiment is it doing at the time. When the science experiment isn't working anymore or something goes wrong, I'll tell you guys and I'll work on making some changes to do that. But in the meantime, And hey, for comparison's sake, any of you that might be looking down your nose going, oh, but you've never done the fully raw. I done fully raw a lot cleaner than probably you have, cuz. When I was the old crazy man living on the mountain in Costa Rica, I was a little way out there because I was eating fully raw. I was eating fruit. Mostly all fruit. I was eating mono meals. So I felt it all. I felt it all. Don't try to tell me, oh, you haven't felt this, you haven't felt that. I've done it all in the 7 years since I've been this. So anyhow, a lot of this is tongue-in-cheek today, but just lots of possibilities out there, and just go out and enjoy your summer, enjoy all this freshness, do a lot of stuff, get the kids to eat it, make it fun. Get some of that watermelon. Make watermelon juice like I do. Make watermelon juice, pour it in popsicle molds. Keep it in the freezer. Make banana mango smoothies, pour it in the popsicle molds. I'm telling you, it's kind of a Jedi mind trick. Kids, things they would like. Kids will eat almost any flavor popsicle. So popsicles, juices, if you keep it around the house and ready to go, and if it's liquid cold, you want to keep your kids off that soda, you want to keep your kids drinking something good, I'll tell you, make watermelon juice. Put it in a pitcher in the fridge in the morning, and if your kid is not satisfied by ice cold watermelon juice, you got a defective kid. Send it back to the factory. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you all have a beautiful week. Love you guys. Peace.